What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we got Deku shoot style. I've never drawn his shoot style. Crazy, I know. That's because I don't think I was good enough to get as much to draw as much of that of his body in, right? Because he got like a leg, and it's it's kind of hard to draw. Not gonna lie, this is an advanced one. So this is art, not simple. But we'll try and make it simple. So I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil and eraser. Hit pause if I go too fast, right? Center point of my page is about here. He's kind of standing on one leg. His big leg comes across the page this way. So his head is over here quite small. Okay, so I'll zoom in. So center point here, come across, and we'll put his head in this section, top right of my page. I'm going to start with his, what did I start with? Start with his eyebrow. Yeah, so we'll go this thick line going that way. Okay, we'll do the other one. Some like wrinkles just in between. So Deku's eyes are kind of Midoriya Deku, depending on how you like to call him. So it's kind of like a C, like the letter C just sort of goes around like this. See that? Same on the other side. That, and maybe like just a little line inside there, right? So that's basically the shape for his eyes. You can thicken up some sections, like this line normally is darker. You know, this part of his eyelid kind of can be just a little bit heavier on the line. Right, like so. And then he has those oval eyes, those green oval eyes just inside. So it kind of touches his eyebrow, so kind of like here. And then his pupil in the middle. Do the same thing over here. Try and get his pupils roughly the same size. For his nose, we don't got anything crazy. It's just like hatching lines. Just going across like that. And then his mouth, so he's gritting his teeth, right? So we got this line that comes across like this. Looks like he's grumpy. We open up the mouth. The line coming around there. Come along the bottom and up the other side. Okay. Simple way of doing it. And we just draw in the teeth, right? So we got like some teeth coming across here. Some teeth coming across here. And you're going to add a bit of a shadow just here on the side of his mouth. Like so. And then his freckles, of course. So 4 of them. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Then we already know it's Deku. Can't really see his chin, but I'll draw it in anyway. So we'll just go chin around here. Right, and then side of his face goes up like so. And then this side goes up round towards his ear. Stops about there, that one. Right, and then at the top of his jawline here we have a sideburn, and there's like this sideburn comes across his eye. Right, so his hair is quite long on this side, so it's like his hair's been blown this way. Like another spike here. And then his ear comes down towards his jaw here. Ear comes out towards his jaw there. I went a bit heavy on this line, I think. but it's okay. It's still the general shape of his face anyway. So spikes for his fringe, so you just go all around. Now remember, hair moves, so you don't have to do it exactly like mine. I'm just sort of getting the general shapes in. Spikes coming across his eyes and stuff. Just getting the general shape for his fringe in there. Got some ear lines, so just in here. Something else on this side. Right, so then he has a mask on, right, and the hair comes out from behind the mask. So we got to just do a little bit of the mask first. Well, I would do the whole mask, and then we'll do his hair. So coming out from behind his ear, we've got like the black section of the mask. And then, so it comes in here from his ear, and comes down, around, and this covers his chin, right? So it goes across here and down. You see, you can't really see his chin when you color, so you'll erase that line. You should be drawing with pencil, so it should be easy. The rest of his mask goes up that way, and then it comes down on this side, and then it goes in. There is a black section on this, so down, steps down like this. And it has a bit of a top edge, just there. And then this goes down here to a spike, and then this will go back up around here. So there's some various angles and stuff on this, right? So that this comes down, broken line kind of here, and then back this way. And there's a center line there, goes down that way. And then this is all broken up into different sections like this. And then air holes, like so. Some air holes here. That, and then collar of his shirt here. Some of his neck comes down from his jaw, and then the collar of his shirt there, like that, right? And then hair sticks out, like the rest of his hair. It's real messy, so you know you don't have to. It's like just go crazy kind of with spikes. Like all the way around. Right, kind of like that. And then, so Deku's hair, you have to draw in the black shadows, right? Or it doesn't kind of look like his hair. So, say like on this, right? There's a black shadow here, and this is green, right? So, like green there. This is all black in here actually. So that's green, and then that's black in there. And then we keep going, right? So you just keep adding and going around like that. Green, green. So that's green in there. So this is black. Looks like a green one here. So I know I'm not saying much, but there's nothing to say. You just kind of add these shapes, and then you color them black. This here, boom. Yeah, so like black all in there. Green shadows, right? So I guess, right, so to get the shape for his body, like the angle of it, we'll just start here, right? So we got like his collar, and this one like comes around. He's got these shoulder pads on his collar right here. So this will help us get the shape for his body, because this is the direction of his shoulders. Okay. There. Right, so his shoulder, one arm, because he's balancing. Okay, so one arm will go like that way, and you'll have like chest here, and then chest like here, and his torso going this way. So like the center line, it runs down, bumps down this way all the way to his belt. So that's like the position of his body, and like his side of his body here. Right, his leg is going to come up here. So, and there's a hand here. I do the hand last because I hate doing hands. So, all right, so it's just these fold lines, stretching, coming across here. Another one coming that way, and then like his body there, and his belt is here, right? So it's like this red thing, right? There's a belt in here, and he's got these boxes on it, but he also has these black shapes on his costume there, and another one over here somewhere. So stretch lines there. Right, so that red belt, he's got a buckle right here, and then another line that way, and then these boxes here, right? Or like pouches, do this kind of thing. So you just do the top, it goes down to there, right? And then his leg goes off that way. And he does have like some extra ones up here, so I'll just draw them in. Right, so then his shoot style leg, right? So his arm goes in behind it, so we got to draw the leg first. So we've got like this big swooping line, that's his trousers, sort of there, like his pants that way. Okay, and the other side of this comes there, and then like this central line that runs down his body runs down this as well. Could have like fold lines, so like everything's being stretched and pulled, right? And then he has a big black leather thing that covers that whole knee with a big knee pad and all that kind of stuff, right? So this is pretty complicated, so take your time, pause it a lot, okay? So we go first around there, and this has an edge that goes around like this. this knee pad or thigh goes up to his knee pad, kind of here. And this goes around. So imagine he's got like a stump for a leg, like a pirate leg or something. Like that, right? And then we have this big box on his knee pad, just here. So a square, and then it goes, to make it 3D, you go diagonal, cross, line to the corner, and then it goes around and up to here, and we have 2 bolts. So this thing is like strapped onto his knee, so like it comes around like this. And it goes around the back of his leg. And then it looks like a big shin guard, but I'm not sure. It goes out this way. Like that. And then it's got a line that goes around the top again. There. Heavily padded sort of gear. Just trying to brighten up my image because it's hard to see. So foot goes off this way then, right? So we got like his ankle. It's quite thin. It goes out from there. There's another line on top. And now his shoe. So if you don't like drawing hands, you probably don't like drawing feet either, especially boots and shoes and stuff. So try to get this overall shape. So it goes out, down, out, down, right? The front tongue comes across there. Then we got some sort of wrinkles here. Can't see it on the other side because there's laces, but I'm just going to do the same thing because it's easier. And then we go out and around, and it gets real wide as it comes down the front, right? So again, this is just like the general shape. There's more details inside. And then we have like grips. At the top, okay? So, can't really make out what the lines are, but okay. So we'll go this way. He's got a toe cap, so we'll add that, right? There. And then that goes up, across. So that means that should go down to there somewhere. And this will keep going that way. Might be a line up the middle. And something else here. Okay, so then this has a black section here. This goes in, then down towards the corner, and the top line, down towards the middle. And the laces kind of come out from here. So this goes across, and then this goes down to there. And then we have another thing here. Okay, and then this goes down that way out to there. And there seems to be like some lines that break this up. Like that. Then laces, right? So basically, like tied here, sort of in the middle, right? And then a lace that flies off this way, something that comes in behind, like a loop, here. And then another lace going off that way. And then they crisscross kind of one another here. So like we'll put this going over there. And kind of like that. And then we'll have a line running up the side where it goes into the boot. Some more wrinkles and stuff there. And then the tongue goes up, out, in behind. Make it a bit 3D. Same thing this side, goes up, around the back. Add a sort of an edge, like so. A line on that. Okay, so that's Straw's foot. And of course, if you go over any lines when you're doing the laces, you can just erase them inside. So then his arm, we'll finish that up here. So he's got that, goes in behind his leg here. You can't really see it. So it just goes back that way. In behind there. It's got like a box on it. Comes down. It's in behind like that. And it has some fold lines. And then details on it here. It's just like blue lines on it. Comes around this. And he has a black line on his shoulder as well. Just part of his costume design. Some fold lines like that. Okay, so that hand then. So he's kind of balancing. His hand kind of sticks out here. So you could leave it like that if you like it like that. You could just add his shoulder. So like we could add his shoulder here. Just some fold lines coming down behind his body, sort of just down into there. And then some lines going that way. Top of his glove here. Right, you could leave it like that if you wanted. But for anyone interested, I'm going to do his hand there. Yeah, you just have his hand balancing just here. So his thumb first. It just comes across his body here like this. And so his thumb kind of sticks out, and then we got some knuckles. 1, 2. And then a finger sticks out here. And then this finger kind of sticks out this way. And this finger here. And then his little finger just here. Just touches off his pouches there on his belt. And the line for his hand is kind of W shape. Like that. And then his glove, curve lines for his arm going back into his body, and his arm goes back behind towards his elbow that way. And he has some more details on top of the glove. So on top of each knuckle and glove lines inside as well. So say on the thumb here, just these kind of seam lines that separate the green from the white. Maybe like another hand line there. Some knuckle lines maybe there. And then he has all those boxes and stuff on top, right? So this goes up, across, down, up, across, down. Like another knuckle up across down there. And this has an inside area. Black. These are the Air Force gloves, so lots of detail on them. There's one more maybe up here. Right, and then this comes around for the back of his hand, swoops around here, another line inside there. Okay, and then you can add, you know, that sort of lightning sort of energy stuff if you want. Kind of like this kind of stuff. Oh, and I actually forgot his, we can see his hood kind of flying off the back here. So these are like the ears just behind that. Just flying off back that way. And then like as much of that sort of energy as you want. It's kind of like lightning or something. So, right, I think I'll leave it there. That is how to draw Deku shoot style. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.